Good evening, and welcome to Shea Show Real Talk, where talk is real. So sit back and relax. Get your coffee out, your wine, wherever it is you do to relax. This is that time. I just want to go over briefly, and you know me, I'm gonna go all over the damn place about kids. This message is for the kids, the good kids and the bad kids. I did a talk the other night talking about kids because somebody was asking me to bring that subject up because they wanted their kids to listen to this message, and I gave a message, and it's powerful. And I had people call me and said, I'm raising my 14 and 16-year-old granddaughters right now. They need to hear this. You know, I've been getting messages like that, and I got people who say, Shay, you need to talk a little bit more about that. And I think it's important to talk about that because the kids, you heard this shit before, the kids are the future. They are. And it's up to us, the adults, to try to lead the kids in the right direction because they don't have no direction from you. Where the fuck else they gonna get it from? They gonna get it from those kids out in the street who don't have nothing, who don't want nothing. And their parents didn't teach them anything. So you got a lot of disruptive kids out here, and you got a lot of good kids. A lot of good kids listening to this right now, and they say, you know what? I'm one of those good kids. I'm trying. You know, I see what these stupid motherfuckers doing, but I'm getting drowned out. You know, like nobody hear me, and I'm trying. Well, I'm letting you know, if you're one of those kids, we hear you. I know I hear you. That's why I'm talking like this right now. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't get distracted from them kids who don't want shit. I know it's hard. Oh my God, I know it's hard. From when I was going to school. I mean, it got to be tremendously hard now because everybody into designer this and designer that, and they got to have $800 Jordans and don't know how to fucking say what 8 times 9 is. It's crazy. We hear you and keep trying. Keep trying. Don't give up. That's all I'm going to tell you because you guys are facing some incredible odds right now. Just keep trying. Just don't give up. I'm rooting for you. And now, the message, this is real talk. The message to those kids, you know who you are. You disruptive. You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing out of life. School is just a fucking joke. I'm just going to go out and just skip school and smoke weed. If that's you, that's fine. Do what you do. Destroy yourselves. But at least have some decency to look over and don't look down on those other kids because they want a goddamn education. They want to fucking learn. They want to fucking read. They want to ask the teacher questions. Let them do. Let them be who they are. You being who you are. So why you want to disrupt them and make them be who you are? It doesn't work that way. If you want to stay on this side of the tracks, stay on that side of the tracks. But if you think you want to come over to this side of the track with somebody actually trying to learn something, and you actually one of those persons who listening to this and say, you know what, he talking about me. Because I do fuck up a lot. And I think I need to be doing better. So if that's you, come on to the bright, come on to the light. Come on to the light. But you're going to be monitored when you get here. Come to the light. We want you to do the right thing. You guys are the fucking future. Period. Period. You guys going to be the ones who's going to be making the major decisions in life with Social Security and if it's even going to be around by the time you get to retirement age. You need to be worried about shit like that and not all this stupid shit. Sunglasses. Rims on a car. Back during my time, rims on a fucking car. I mean, that's crazy. Who does that? I mean, people are getting killed for the most silliest shit. And I watch the news and it blows my mind. Like today, in Detroit, I think this week alone, I think I've seen about like 8 or 9 murders. Just this fucking week alone. That's all I'm seeing on the news. On the news. And it's fucking frightening. Then when they catch these stupid motherfuckers, you look at the pictures. 18 years old, 20, 14 and 15. 14 and 15 and get ready to do fucking life in fucking prison for killing somebody at 14. Because that's what you do. That is fucking sad. That a 12 or 13 or 14-year-old who can do something like that has been fucking seriously deprived. Seriously deprived. Nobody was there for that child. Nobody. Everybody felt that kid. The system felt that kid. The people who brought him into this world felt him. And what happens at the end of the day? We got to deal with it. The public. So I'm saying to you, you have a chance. Ooh, sorry. Drink some hot burners. I love hot burners. You have a chance to want to do something different and be something different. It's up to you. You only live once. No, you can play Billy Badass all you want to, but at the end of the day, when you're dead, you fucking dead. You don't get back up. There's no fucking second chance. You don't even notice Pookie and them gonna be standing over your shit, trying to give you your last respects. Maybe some of them won't. You know why? Because they don't care. They doing what they gotta do. Pookie ain't here no more. Ain't fuck him. He out. He got caught up. But that won't happen to me. Yes, it will happen to you. Sooner or later. Don't think you can keep committing crime. And don't think that shit gonna catch up with you at some fucking point. Because it will. Justice will prevail in a lot of times, in a lot of cases. It will. It will. All I'm trying to tell you is, if your father wasn't there, don't let that fucking be an excuse because your father wasn't there. Just because he wasn't shit don't mean you got to not be shit because he wasn't shit. Try to be better than that. Just say, you know what? I'm not going to be like that. I'm not going to be like my father was. Because there's a lot of young fathers out here right now that's not doing nothing for their kids. And I tell you, just because your shit was fucked up, don't fuck your kids' shit up. Break the cycle right here. Then your kids can break it. And it won't go no further at that point. Perfect example. I'm going to say this. I think I told this story once before. I'm not saying any names because the internet is like, once you put something out on the internet, it's out. And people from all over the world will hear certain things, and it'll get back to Pookie, then Bequisha hear it, then they'll share it with so and so, and it'll get back to those persons you're talking about. So, and I realized that, especially with me, since I've been out here for so long. People, for some reason, still like to listen to me. But I try to be really careful when I tell some of these stories, and who the players are involved. When I tell them, these people who might listen to me right now, they might be listening and say, oh, I know who Shea talking about. But, I'm not going to just put them all out there, but I'll say this. This boy was 8, 9 years old. And mama was always being friends with her daughter's friends. And that used to piss her daughter off. She used to tell me all the time. She said, I hate when my mama be trying to hang with my friends. My friends come over to hang with me. But my mama there and they just smoking weed, my mama, all that stuff. And that's sad. So I watched that and had a little boy that's like 8, 9 years old at the time. Because the mama was out there doing her thing. Instead of trying to be a fucking mother, these kids was left to fend for them fucking selves. And I remember one night it was cold. It used to be at Coney Island on Livernois and Elmhurst. It was A Eagles, Coney Island. And it was cold this night. And I went up there, I was getting me a hot dog, and I seen this boy sitting in there. I said, what you doing? I realized it's late. It's cold outside, and he's sitting in the fucking chair looking out the window. I said, what the fuck you doing here, boy? He said, my mama said I got to stay here. I said, stay here for what? She getting an order or something? Nah, she got company. And she told me I had to go somewhere or go sit around here, and then she'd come around and get me when her company leave. I said, huh? I could not believe I had heard that shit. So I called them and I said, listen, hey, you need to, I'm sending this boy home right now. Well, I got company. Fuck that. Your company had to leave, or your company had to understand that you got a child. So he's coming back around there. If not, I'm gonna make a call. What's your choice? All right, send him back around here. I said, all right, don't make me do it because this is gonna backfire on you at some point. I constantly told her over the years. Not a boy, 10, 11. I said, uh-oh. I've seen the utter disrespect coming right off the bat. Right off the bat. Now, tables are starting to turn. Well, mama really ain't got nowhere to go. Now, who she got to try to depend on? She got to try to depend on these kids that she fucked over coming up. Now they got no respect for her. None. Whatsoever. I mean, none. One kid say, hey, I love my mama, but she can't come live with me. She'll be all right. And I can't imagine not taking my mother in. You have to be a total fuck up to get to that point. And she told me, she said, Shane, I need a place and blah, blah, blah. And my kids won't let me live with them. I don't know why they doing this. I'm named Mama. I said, you want the real? She said, that's why I'm coming to you. Am I wrong? I said, yes, you are. You want to hear it? Well, here it is. Those kids were forced to grow up without a mother. Let alone the father wasn't even there. Which makes it even worse now. Mama's still doing her thing. Nobody knew who the fuck daddy is or where he is. And then when you grow up in those type of situations like that, it makes it hard. It makes it hard for a kid. And that's how they turn out because they ain't had no guidance. So now that they ain't had no guidance, guess what? That boy to this day, he's 26, 24, somewhere around there. You see where I went from this, from 9 years old. He's like 24, 25, 26, somewhere about 24, 20 years old, 24. And he got no use for his mama, none. She said she needed something. He said, I gave her, he said, I bought her a pack of cigarettes and gave her $20 and said, I can't do nothing for you. Here you go. And I said, damn. Oh man, that was just awful. I mean, I said, well, you brought that on yourself, honey. I mean, I told you early on, the signs were there. And I pointed them out to you. And I said this was going to happen, and it happened. So what I'm telling you, if you're one of those kids who don't have the father in your life, don't let that be an excuse. Don't let that be an excuse for going out there doing some stupid shit. Just because Pookie, when I go out there and rob somebody, God damn it, don't mean you got to go out there and do the damn shit too. You got more sense than that. You're supposed to have more sense than that. Don't let nobody lead you. If you're going to let somebody lead you to some fucking money. How to make some money. And get brainstorming sessions together with like-minded people like yourself. And so I can think about how to do positive things instead of sitting around the fucking table smoking weed to decide who you're going to fucking rob when they come out the fucking bank. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. The jails are filled with a lot of them. We need more brainiacs on the outside, not on the inside. Period. So you have to make a determination what you want to do with your life and how you want to do it and how you want to run your life. The choice is yours. If you decide you want to continue to be a fuck up, guess what? That's what you're going to be. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. So if that's what you want out of life, nothing, guess what? You're going to get nothing out of it. You ain't got to worry about it. Perfect fucking match. That's just how it is. But if you want something out of life, you got to work hard for it. I don't know about you, but I can appreciate things better when I know that I earned them. I work for them. I didn't have to knock nobody in the fucking head. How can you get some satisfaction out of getting out of your bed in the morning with the idea of just going to knock somebody in the fucking head and get some money and go back home and lay up and smoke weed? Don't let that be your life. I'm talking to you now. Look what you're doing. Don't let that be your life. Be better than that shit. I mean, yeah, I smoke a little bud from time to time too over the years. I mean, but I didn't let that distract me from what the goal was of trying to work hard for something and not take nothing from nobody. I love when I can come to my house and I can look and say, I worked hard for this. I love it when I open my fucking garage and see my old school cars and look at them, just gaze at them, don't even fucking drive them. Just gaze at them and say, I worked hard for those. There's no greater satisfaction in the world when you know you worked for something and you bought something because you earned it. I'm telling you, you ought to try it sometime. It'll freak you out. It's another world for people who not used to that shit. Go out there. I dare you. I dare you to go out there and work for something. I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Go ahead and try to work for something. Prove me wrong. Work for it. Let's see. Prove me wrong. I don't think you can do it. I don't think you can do it. Prove it. Prove it then. That's the message for tonight. That was on my mind, and I hope that somebody got something out of it. In closing, you kids who want something out of life, keep thriving for it. Keep clawing. You'll get it. You're gonna have obstacles in your way. You're gonna have all kind of stupid motherfuckers around you doing stupid shit, fighting with the teacher and all this old kind of shit. And it's a fashion show even in school. You know, look past the step. I said this before in another video. Step to the side and let that bullshit pass you by. When you see that shit coming, say, "Oops, excuse me." Step to the side. Don't let that shit touch you. Let that shit pass you by. Once you see all that nonsense pass you by, then get back in the lane and continue driving. And you'll make it. But just don't get caught up in that traffic. Because if you get caught up in that type of traffic, my mother used to say, trouble is easy to get into and fucking hard to get out of. Trust me, I've been in courtroom settings lately, and I've listened to a lot of cases with a lot of young people in front of me. I'm sitting here watching 18-year-olds testify against 15-year-olds in a fucking murder trial. You know, it's just, it's crazy. I mean, do yourselves a favor, you grown-ups, go to a court. It's open to the public. And sit in on some cases. If you never sat in on a fucking case, you need to sit in on a fucking court case and just listen at the nonsense that's going on and how the stories that unfold. These two gay guys was getting ready to go to dinner. I was sitting in on this fucking case two months ago. Getting ready to go to dinner. And he carries a gun, because I guess he's licensed to carry a gun, but he told his mate to hurry up, because he's going to take him out to dinner because it's his birthday. And somehow, when the mate came in the room, the boyfriend claimed that his gun fell off the side of the bed. And when he was trying to grab it from hitting the floor, his finger accidentally was on the trigger and pulled at the same time as the time the gun was going down. So you sit here and you listen to that, and I'm watching the jury's reaction to this shit, you know, and the pounds of pressure that has to be applied to a trigger depending on what type of gun it is. It just sounds far-fetched, but the guy came across as believable. He really did. I was feeling for him and said, damn, maybe you did. I figured he had me fucking fooled. But to sit there and listen to that kind of shit, It's a lot of weird shit going on out here in the world. Dare to want something. Dare to want to do something different. That's what it comes down to. And to you kids who don't want shit, my final word to you is, let them learn. Let them be them and let you be you. If you're satisfied with being you and not wanting anything, then that's fine. That's okay for you, but it's not okay for them. And respect that. That's all I'm saying. Respect that. If you don't want shit out of life, hey, fuck it. I'm step out your way. I'll respect the fact that you don't want none out of life. I know who to look out for. But the people who want something, who want to live good, give them a break. Give them a break. Give them a break. Shay from Shea Show Real Talk, and thank you for tuning in to the show. Good night, and see you at the next